Okay. Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing great. Uh, this is the beginning of the Pagan World Congress, really at 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. I guess it's in different time zones. We're very aware. And this is where we begin. But this is our lobby where we're going to have our town halls and our lobby where people are going to be able to talk. It's really very important that we have this conversation. And this is a conversation for not just our community in the United States. We're being represented across 6 continents during this event. And the necessity that we need to do and be a part of is just find out where we're having the most difficulties, where we can also provide the most amount of help. We're a diverse community across many different communities. Uh, in a lot of ways, I would call paganism a meta community in the sense of that it has not only witches, Wiccans, which is everybody complains about the most familiar about it, but we have a lot of them here. On 8 p.m. on Saturday, Phyllis Carrot will be speaking to the world as this weekend reaches the world. The first thing you can do to help us, whenever you see this broadcast going, and I'll talk about the broadcast aspects here in a minute, is to share it. If you see it on any page, and you can share it. I don't care if you're in Discord, you can share it to Discord, but if you see our stream going out, this is a great way to amplify it amongst your own pages. And if you support it, it's terrific that you can do so. And that's one of the very first ways you can absolutely do so. I wanted to check out the chat for real quick. So all our Zoom rooms are going to be available, but they're only going to be available to people who have registered. Uh, so let me go ahead and make that clear. We're going to basically have them behind a registration wall, the Zoom rooms. A lot of our classes are going to be broadcasted. So they're not going to necessarily, you have to be in a room. Um, and let's go ahead and go through this. This is going to have a lot of broadcasting. And where are we going to be broadcasting? The main place on Facebook is facebook.com/worldpagan. And that is the Pagan World Congress page, and that'll become the Pagan World page after this event. So there we go. So Don, where are we going to be able to see the videos restreamed elsewhere? I believe it's Corellian TV, YouTube?
Brilliant TV, Divination TV, Pagan World TV, and several of those have multiple formats.
Right.
YouTube, Corellian TV. I believe it will be going out over Twitch. It will be going out over a number of different formats.
In a lot of ways, what we're doing is instead of presenting something that's very close, very tight, where only a few people get to see it, we're going to let some of the leading edge thought leaders, some of our strongest leaders in our community, and as well as some of our new to this level of community
Mhm.
to present. And they're going to talk to you in their own ways. A lot of it's going to be streamed. A lot of it's going to be going out. And we need you to help us flood the zone. We want people to know what we're talking about. And then things like the town hall. And there's a few classes that are going to be Zoom. And those you have to register. You have to sign up to be able to get to it. I mean, you don't have to pay anything, or you can become a $25 participant, which is going to bring you a lot of benefit for supporting this. But you must register at pwc2025.ning.com. There's a couple ways to get there: paganworld.org, paganworld.co. We make it easy to access us. So if you sign up for that, you'll be able to get into the Zoom rooms and the lobbies. And the reason we need that is basic security. You understand that. And we've taken everything we can do as a precaution as secretary, as we've done many of these events. So let me go ahead. I'm going to have Don, who's going to be our leader tonight, and offer a few minutes of who he is in this particular capacity as a leader of online events and capacities.
Hello, everybody. I'm Reverend Don Lewis. I am the co-host for the Pagan World Congress. I have been doing broadcasting work in the pagan world for some 20 years. Um, I have been a Corellian priest for the better part of 50 years, and I have a great deal of experience. And in calling this conference, what we're hoping to accomplish is a great discussion among people. It's one of the reasons we're trying to keep it so accessible, for people to share ideas, not for anyone to impose their ideas, but rather to share them so that people can find inspiration, encouragement, in identifying their common issues and perhaps choosing some common actions to deal with them. Um, we have been working with these issues for a long time. Those who are familiar with us will know that many of the political situations that our community is currently facing, we've been talking about for 20 years now. And now here we are, actually dealing with it. And as we go through this weekend, one of the subjects we'll be talking about is how do we deal with the challenging times that we're living in? Other things are more universal in terms of the subject matter. All of the point of the Congress is what is needed for the future. What do the different speakers feel is the most important thing for the future? Some will be talking about political activism, some will be talking about education, some will be talking about spirituality, all sorts of different focuses that different people can look to for their inspiration. And I hope that people will find some inspiration in this.
Let us go ahead and talk about timing. This was planned, the original events dates was set right after the Parliament of 2023 in Chicago.
Yep.
And so the fact that we're in this sort of political mess, this sort of global situation, we're going to be hearing from Damon Luff about what's happening and many South African voices. This is going to be one of
Mhm.
the strongest South African voices you're going to hear directly from our community. We're going to have Byron Ballard talk about Rise of the Fire Witch. We're going to talk about that. And she's going to talk to us about her points of view. And she has some amazing thoughts about the future. So we have the great Phyllis Carrot, which is by far one of the great names in our community who's done so much. And she's going to be at 8 p.m. on Saturday. And then we have Neil Goodman, who just confirmed that he's going to be on Monday,
Yes.
one of our last speeches, who's never done a public speech by us, but has to put in more than 25 years of work into supporting festivals. So we're going to cover a broad range of information. This is not about what we are today. This is about what we want to become and how do we build that. And so that is the important thing. So I'm going to go over this last piece and then I'm going to open it up. So you can watch this almost anywhere. We're going to have links on our pages, as you can see right now on the top of the page. And I'll be changing that out of what the latest classes are and the links. And we'll be constantly on that, and that'll be on the page at pwc2525.ning.com. Beyond that, so then we're going to have that. And there's the schedule is there. We're going to do a lot of the stream. So if you're on Facebook, it's going to be Pagan World Congress, which is facebook.com/World Pagan. So that's our primary. There's going to be lots of others too. We have like 15 of them. Spiral Moon is going to be presenting some of this to the Roku channel and other stations. We'll probably put some of this on Spotify, but really, if you're on Facebook, you're there. And if you're on uh, YouTube, Corellian TV and Divination TV are the primary two. So there you go. So you're going to see that. We're going to have that posted up. So a lot of people are going to be watching this, those that participants that. But as a participant, those who have paid our small fee of $25, and you can continue to do so. Yes, I know it's hard, and we'll fix that in a few minutes. Um, you'll be able to start forums, discussions, add photos to our system. You'll be able to have a chance to work in our system. That's one of the things. And you're supporting our cause of just trying to get out great information. You can also just sign up basic for free and still be allowed to come into the workshops and some of the chat rooms that are going to be against protected, especially the lobby. So you can get a conversation. This is about starting a conversation about our common issues and what our common actions can be. So there you go. If you have more questions, please feel free to ask. You can contact me directly as edthepagan@gmail.com and or my Facebook and DM me, and I'll be able to help you with any of the problems that may be occurring if you have that. And we'll open it up for questions if you have it. So normally, if we have a huge line, we'll have people allowed, and people are allowed 3 minutes. Yeah, if we have a little bit more, then it's great. But I think you can unmute if you know. So go there you go. Please feel free to unmute if you want to speak, or put your thumbs up, and I'll unmute you if I have to. All right. With that, we're going to end the recording, but the lobby is going to remain open.